G'day. I thought I'd throw together a quick tutorial on how to install and use Toon Detailer Cavity and Contours asset, developed by iNab Studios. Just quickly, if you don't know what this asset does, it essentially gives you highlight over your objects in your project. What's really handy about this asset is that it's directly visible outside of play mode, so you can actually see the effects take place instantly. And since this asset supports built-in URP, and also supports Unity Editor versions 2021 with backward compatibility, 2022, and also Unity 6, I figured I'd go with a LTS version, so I would choose a 2022.3.48F1 and a URP project. Now just quickly before I do go ahead and go through and opening up the project, I thought I'd just quickly show the Unity Asset Store and the asset on the store. So here it is here. And you can see the current version that it is and what it supports. The overview of the package, as I said, supports built-in and URP. It has a little showcased trailer of what the asset does, and of course some print screens as well. And it's currently on sale, and I'm sure that by the time that this video goes live, that sale will probably have ended. The asset does suggest here that you read the documentation before purchasing, and the documentation is very basic. It explains a quick start guide and some properties and some features. Now let's actually use this and set it up for our project. So I'm going to go ahead now and with my Unity Hub and click New Project. I'm going to select my editor version, which is already currently selected, the latest version of the LTS available for me. And I'm going to make sure that I have the core Universal 3D render pipeline. And I'm going to go ahead and name my project. And I'm going to go ahead and create the fresh new project. Now here I am in my fresh project. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the README asset. Now the best thing about this is it doesn't require any scripting, so it is just a plug and play. Let's go ahead and get that asset inside our Unity project. Of course you can go through the package manager and download it through there, or you can download it straight from the website. So I'm just going to go ahead and open in Unity here. Just make sure that if you don't have it downloaded, you just hit download. For me, it's re-download, so I don't need to. And once it's downloaded, go ahead and click import. There's the overview of everything you'll import with it. Now you'll get this error here. You can just go ahead and clear that, that's fine. Now, as the documentation states, you need to install the correct Unity package.asset depending on which Unity version you're using. I'm going to go and open up iNab Studio, post-processing, Toon Detailer, and then I'm going to go ahead and select URP 2022. Just go ahead and import that. Now you might get this error here, but that's okay. You can go ahead and clear that for the time being. Now that you have everything inside the package, now it's time to actually get it going. You can do this by creating your own scene, or we can just use the demo scene. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to use the demo scene. Once you get to the demo scene, just return back to your assets folder if you need to, and go to iNab Studio, Post Processors, then back into the Toon Detailer folder. Then you can go ahead and click on Common URP. Now you can click Demo Scenes and just double click the scene demo there. As you can see, this looks pretty much just like any other scene or objects. There's no real change here. You might think, well, the asset's not working, but we actually need to set the asset up first. To do that, we actually need to change some of the settings. What we need to do is we need to go to our project settings first, and go to Edit, and then go to Project Settings. For me, I've got it anchored on my right hand side over here. I can just go ahead and click that anyways. So once your project settings is open, you need to find your way down to the Quality tab. Go ahead and click that. And then you need to look for the Render Pipeline asset, which is just under rendering here. Click that asset, and then it should, in your projects, take you to it. If it doesn't, just make sure that this window isn't locked. And again, click that to find which one it's referencing. Click that asset, go to your Inspector tab, and you need to ensure that you have Depth Texture and Opaque Texture both enabled, and then you need to refer to the Universal Renderer Data folder, or data, depending on which one you want to use. You can simply just then, from the renderer list, click that, and it will again highlight which one it's referencing. Click that one, and then here you've got an Add Renderer feature. You need to click that. Then down the bottom, if you've installed the asset correctly, you'll see the Toon Detailer feature. Go ahead and click that. And then instantly we have our effect. And as I was saying, you can see this instantly inside the editor. You don't need to be in play mode. You can see it in both the game window and the scene window. So super handy that you can set this up and you can see the effects in real time. Absolutely incredible asset, and especially while it's on sale, it's an absolute steal. In the documentation, it does say that the Toon Detailer feature needs to be initialized before any other renderer features, that this is above them at all times. For bonus points, let's make sure it is working inside a scene that isn't the one that's given to us. We can just simply now go back into our project, go into scenes, go to our sample scene. Let's right click and create a 3D object. Let's create a cube. And there we can already see that cube does have the outlines applied to it. You can change these settings if you'd like, and you can do that by going into the renderer asset that we added the Toon Detailer feature to, expand that, and there's all your settings there. And if you're looking for more information on what these settings actually does, the documentation does explain each one under the properties. Like any asset, it always is handy just to have a quick play of it yourself to see what you're kind of after and what settings actually are going to match your needs in the project. And that about sums up the whole how to install and get it working. I hope that helps, and until next time, see ya.